Something very strange is going on in the cryptocurrency market. Yes, we've seen a big pump, but something in the background is cooking and it's about to get crazy. We're breaking it all down in tonight's live stream. Do not go anywhere. Hit the like and subscribe button. Let's get into it.
Yeah. They ain't believe me when I told them crypto was the future. Now they trying to get in, but it's too late. We've been stacking Marbitz since day one. No banks, no middlemen, just power moves. Let's get it. Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to 109,000. The desire tonight is, by the way, get over 110,000 for a price of Bitcoin. That's what the plan is. All right. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. We've got a lot of stuff to get on. There is some crazy stuff happening in the cryptocurrency market today. And in my opinion, there is more to come. But there is some crazy stuff happening that we're going to break down as well. There is things you need to know about this move. Is this a legitimate move? Is this the breakout? Are we going to 200K? What the hell is going on in the background that no one else in crypto YouTube is talking about or on TikTok? Guess what? I got it all for you tonight. We have a ton of stuff to break down in the markets, understanding the markets, try and get our head around what's going on in the markets. And more importantly, we got to try and get this price over $110,000. That is the absolute goal of this evening's live stream. And get into everything and anything. Because let me tell you, today is a good day. The markets are cruising. Altcoins finally get a move. But there is definitely some stuff going on. This is not what you think it is. This is not what you think it is. Lots of people are going to tell you that this market's going insane, that we're on this massive pump, and it's all going to get super crazy bullish. Well, it's not quite as simple as that. It might be even more bullish than you can comprehend. So we're going to try and break that down, get into it, and all the rest of it. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tap that screen, do all of the stuff you need to do. This, by the way, is the show for you. I don't even know what my name is. I don't even care. Who cares? I'm absolutely deluded with the price of Bitcoin today. Anyway, and I'm also tired as well. But we're going to get into it. Let's say hello to a few people, and then we are going to get live and direct coming at you like, once again, Cleopatra. The only place to be right now here. Anyway, 37, good to see you. Blazer X here. I'm just going to call you Fad. Says, I'm very ready. I absolutely agree. What's going on, Selmo? Appreciate you. Foz is here. Foz, I kind of feel like I've missed you the last couple of nights. Don't you been, but good to see you. LW says, bullshit. Off you go. Huh? Get out of here. Robert Dover says, now too, but you laughed at me for calling 200k Bitcoin by October yesterday. Now is your headline. Do you become a believer? I took your words and I turned it into a thumbnail. Hope you feel privileged because that is you, sir. Yes, I'm a believer. Kind of. Kind of. Let me see if you're still a believer by the end of this show. RPM, good to see you. Welcome to you. Tomato Pete's here as well. Good to see you. Brandon Harris. Bosh. Good to see you, mate. Welcome, Simon Greco. Good to see you, buddy. Nelson Ortez. Lotto. Bread, no beef. Where's the beef? Let's get it, baby. Good to see you, as always. Welcome. Holmes in the house. Going on, Holmes. Don't forget, we do have hashing it out. I'm going to try and duplicate hashing it out with a live hashing it out, like on X. And I'm going to try and do another stream on TikTok. We're going to just double team it. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we'll try. We'll try. So, yeah, welcome to you guys. As always, Swamp in the house. Well, everyone in the chat, thank 2bit for pumping your bags. Better believe it, baby. Remember, one goal. Manifest it. Think about it. We're going to 110, baby. That's the plan while we're live. And then welcome to everybody joining me on TikTok. Asta, welcome to you. Thank you for all the likes and the love. Appreciate it. Welcome, Steve. Good to see you. Wolfpack's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to you as well. Johnny's joined. What's going on, Johnny? Asta says, XRP to the moon, baby. Yeah, send it. It feels like it's going that way, doesn't it? Feels like it's going that way. So, as always, do me a favor. Tap the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Here we go. 109,700. It's pretty wild. Out of nowhere, the market sent. Now, that's what people want you to believe. There is some very obvious signs that this is a good, solid move. And people may go, too, maybe we're going to dump tomorrow. Maybe we pull back tomorrow a little bit. I don't think it will be out of the realms of possibility. But what I do know is that if you tap the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that kind of good stuff, the price goes even higher. I don't make the rules up. Don't make the rules up. Look at what's going on. Welcome to Tomato Pete says, Tim buying big today. I told you he's buying 150 milli. Retail don't do much. Banks loading up. Yeah, Ethereum, by the way, breaking back above $2,600. Let's get it. Let's get it. That's it. Share the live out. Next 2 3 weeks, bags are flying. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Well, let's break down exactly what's going on in the market. Do share us out there. Make sure you tap in that screen, locking in those likes. Also, hitting that subscribe button and smashing that follow button. 37, thanks for joining the fan club. We appreciate you. Okay, so here is the current price. I'm not really going to go through it in like technical standpoints, but Just FYI, the old Fibonacci, we're coming up to a key point. We need to hold 109,221. That's what I'm looking for today. Hold above that, bullish sentiment on the day. Very optimistic as to where that's going to play out. That's the line I want to see. Very nice breakout. Where does the absolute line we need to kind of see? 110, 600. That's what I'm looking for. That is a confirmational breakout. Now, we may come past through. We may come down, retest. This will be the key thing. Watch out. Next 24 to 48 hours, my prediction. I think we're going to see that, and I'll tell you exactly why I think it's going to happen in just a minute. Altcoins, like we said, ETH, good move. Still trading within this channel, though. So, albeit we could be optimistic and we could be bullish on Ethereum, we could be like, hey, Ethereum's breaking out. It kind of means nothing. It kind of means nothing, right? It's like putting on a pair of jeans that you really want to wear for that night out, and then you suddenly find a note, and you're like, holy shit, I found like 20 quid. It's going to pay for my night out, and you find a fiver, right? That's kind of what we're like with Ethereum right now. So, it needs some more momentum. 27.30. I started to get excited. Right now, ETH's, okay, cool. It's up 8%. Good news. Solana's the same. Cardano having a nice breakout, nearly 10%. That's good news. Rest of the alts looking bullish. Sui, good move on Sui. Thanks, Al Ashbrook. Got in, obviously, this one at 271. So pretty bullish right now on Sui. That's had a nice little move. Casper as well. Zebex up 2. Good news. Jasmine, bit disappointing, behind the curve, really. Aerodrome Finance APR now up to 38%. Woohoo, let's go. AVAX 18 still feels pretty cheap. Whiff, where's Swamp at? Whiff's up nearly 14%, as is Brett. Some nice little movers and shakers here in the rest of the altcoin market. And then you sort of come down here. Stocks still rallying. Loads of positive news on Trump tariffs and all that kind of crazy stuff. Dominance descending into oblivion, and we want to see a little bit more of that over the course of the next few days. That would be very much optimistic and very much bullish at how that plays out. Say looking pretty decent as well. So I don't really want to get too much into the kind of price action. We're going to keep an eye on what's going on with BTC. Obviously, I want to just jump directly into two really quick things. So let me ask you guys a question. I'm going to chuck it out to the chat. Let's see how much you pay attention to this live show. The market's going crazy. Who is buying enormous amounts of Bitcoin today? I want you to put your answer in the chat. Put your answer in the chat here. Who is buying enormous amounts of Bitcoin? Why are we seeing Bitcoin go absolutely to the moon right now? Answers in the chat. All right, answers in the chat. Let's see how close to the market you guys really are, or whether you just rock up here and hope that I tell you what's going on. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm kidding. Curtis says BlackRock. Nice. So does 420 BlackRock. Craig saying BlackRock. Oh, lots of people saying BlackRock. Interesting. Robert Dover says BlackRock as well. Nice. Lots of people saying BlackRock. Well, you are wrong. BlackRock didn't buy a single Bitcoin today. Not a sausage. That's pissed on your bonfire. Grayscale sold, as did Arc21. BlackRock didn't buy a single Bitcoin today. Not effing one. Pretty interesting. Now, what is going on, though? What is going on? There is some crazy shit going on that no one is talking about. Look at this. Look at some of this money moving around. These are in tens of millions of purchase power, by the way. So this is at a minimum $10 million worth of Bitcoin purchasing. And what you're seeing here is Bybit offloading a little bit, Bitstamp sending to some big wallets. There is some massive whale transactions going on, as well as Binance and many others moving huge amounts of Bitcoin around. I mean, literally enormous. Now, it gets even crazier than this. If I just increase this to $100 million movement of Bitcoin, look at this. You've got massive whale wallets moving huge amounts of Bitcoin. Whales moving into Kraken cold wallets. Coinbase hot wallets, $193 million worth of Bitcoin 10 hours ago. Binance deposits, $142 million worth of Bitcoin. As well as, like I said, some of these big movers and shakers getting ready. Something absolutely insane is coming for this cryptocurrency market, and I'll tell you exactly what it is. This is how crazy this channel is. Why are you not subscribed, right? So, BlackRock are not buying, ETFs are not buying, massive amounts of Bitcoin, hundreds of $1 million worth have been buying. We get to this. Public companies bought over 2 times more Bitcoin than ETFs in half year 1, 2025. Allow that to just settle in. Public companies have bought twice as much Bitcoin as ETFs. That is fucking right. And I'll tell you why it's because you're out of your mind if you think that this market's over, and you are out of your mind if you think that we are not going significantly higher. And maybe, Robert Dover, I do allow myself a little trip when I'm on my own in a corner somewhere. I go, maybe maybe we get to 200K. Just maybe. I don't know. But public companies took the lead off Bitcoin spot ETFs, stacking more than twice as much Bitcoin as funds did in the first half of this year. These are companies like Strategy, Metaplanet. There is even debates right now of other companies that are secretly stacking Bitcoin. Meta, many of these big corporations. ETFs first year fell 56%, 267,000 Bitcoin. Big public companies are buying it. Upsurge in tandem. Growing numbers of Bitcoin holding corporate firms. Data from Bitcoin Treasury shows that there are currently 254 entities holding Bitcoin, of which 141 of those are public entities. That is a big effing deal. Past data shows there are already 67 firms with Bitcoin on their balance sheet at the start of this year. Now, allow me to take you on a journey into a very interesting debate going on right now. And the very interesting debate is this. And you can see this how you want, right? You can kind of walk through how you want. You can debate how you want, right? But Simple Bitcoin here saying this: billionaires don't announce that they are buying Bitcoin. They stack quietly. This is very interesting, right? So we got this. It says, has anyone noticed how Elon Musk talks a lot about things like overspending and debt and bad government decisions in general, but has completely stopped talking about Bitcoin? The most sane path out of this mess doesn't add up. What's he hiding? Coin joined Chris, the legend that he is, says maybe he's stacking quietly. And Elon Musk decided that he was going to like that. Now I know you'll go 2-bit. Come on, you're putting two and two together and getting 29. But it's interesting because it's kind of true that we actually have not heard from many of these big, other than Michael Saylor, who is obviously just like, yep, I'm buying a shit ton of Bitcoin. I'm going to keep buying it. We also know that Tesla was announced that they sold all their Bitcoin, didn't have anything. Anyway, their balance sheet come in. Turns out they got hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. Very, very interesting. We're going to keep an eye on what comes on half-year earnings. Is going to be crazy. But somebody somewhere is stacking enormous amounts of Bitcoin, and it's pretty crazy to see. There is big movements of capital going on. Lots of these wallets are moving huge numbers of Bitcoin around, just repositioning capital. Whether that's for anything specific, I don't know. Could be for treasuries, could be for reserves, could be because something insane is coming in the US government. Don't forget, Howard Lutnick and David Sachs have specifically said July is going to be big for Bitcoin. Watch out. Pretty bullish indeed. We'll get you more data as that plays through, but I think it's pretty interesting. There is some crazy shit going on in this market, and no one seems to be talking about it. Everyone's dropping. I saw some videos earlier on. They're like, XRP is going to $50,000. Bitcoin to the moon. All right. Let's understand a little bit on the macros to exactly what's going on, but there is some humongi purchasing of Bitcoin going on, and it is effing insane. Look at this. Look at some of this movement of capital coming out of some of these big wallets. Cumberland Digital dumping enormous amounts of Bitcoin into Coinbase. Why? Because somebody somewhere is buying it. That is the crux of it. Crazy. Now, we just did quick double down on, well, with all of this going on 2-bit, what does the Bitcoin look like on exchanges? How crazy is the market getting? It's getting effing insane. 2,042,000. That's all that's left on cryptocurrency exchanges. Man, within about 3 weeks, this is going to be 1.999 million. Absolutely insane. Get ready. It's about to get crazy. Right. Good friend here. CryptoCon. Never met him. Never spoke to him. Don't even know who I am. But obviously, we cover his content quite a bit. It says, been a long time coming, but the 166 target has never left. The golden ratio extension has nailed every major Bitcoin move this cycle. The only question being how long it takes to get there. My current estimation is September, but this has shifted out many times. The cycle drags the feet behind anywhere we've seen. Data reinforces over and over that the cycle is not finished and there is so much more to go. The just another 52% increase away to 166 at the 5.618 Fibonacci extension. Is that where we go? Lots of people believe that could be the case. Lots of people believe that could be the case. So definitely lock in. XRP, Joy. We'll be talking about XRP. I actually have some pretty insane news with XRP as well. So stick around because let me tell you, this market's crazy. It's Tim doing the stacking. Yeah, absolutely. 37. It really is. Deborah, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Loss. Let's argue, bro. Thanks for the follow as well. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget, keep tapping that screen. Locking in La Familia Madrigal, likewise on YouTube as well, hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's let people know what's going on in this market because this market is crazy, like Funhouse with Pat Sharp and Melanie and Martina. It's definitely worthwhile getting involved. So, good. Okay, that's where we get to with that. Now, there is also some other kind of crazy shit going on. I mean, today has been one of the most crazy days in the history of this market. I'm absolutely convinced of it because there is even more wild stuff going on. Lots of people predicting we're going way higher. If history repeats itself, could we see Bitcoin reach $250,000? Maybe. Maybe. I think it's pretty optimistic. I think that would be a very bullish case, crazy adoption, all that sort of, really kind of wild stuff. But 2021, 2020 looked like a very optimistic market move. 2024, 2025, is it playing out the same way? I mean, look, lots of people tell you it is. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Always worthwhile thinking about how that is. I'll have 50K, I'll never sell, but bag maths, 500,000 XRP. Nice, holding my crypto wallet tight. Get hold of it, CJ. Do not let it go. Don't tell your wife or missus what you've got. Definitely not. I told my missus I lost everything. I said, I went long on Bitcoin. It dumped. I've lost everything. My portfolio's got 84 pence in it. It's a disaster. I don't want to spend any money on earning the kids. Hum says 420, the flip-flopping. Yes. Have you seen it today? It's so, I struggle. You're a bad influence on me, by the way, Mr. Holmes, because I struggle with some of these flip-floppers where literally last week they're all going, took profits at the top. It's going to the bottom. I'm going to see you guys at 72K. Today they're all going, told you Bitcoin, we're going to 200K. Told you, get out of here. I have maintained absolute focus on my view that the market is going up and it's just a matter of time. So yeah, that's absolute tosses. Yeah, they do. I love it. I love it. Stream from Hostel tonight. It's just my room. Look, I need to flip the camera around. The camera's actually, I always forget to do this. I need to mirror because it should kind of look like that. That's actually how it looks in my house. But then you get this kind of weird, like, you basically get the entire microphone all over my face, which is not good. So there we go. Anyway, lost some big money today. Gross. My short mega squeezed. Yeah, you won't want to be short today. That'll be a disaster. But anyway, is this where we're going to get to? Could we truly see $250,000 on Bitcoin? It's very optimistic. I think a lot of things has to go in our favor for us to get there, but it is not out of the realms of possibility. And especially Standard Chartered Bank says we'll hit $200,000 this year. Standard Charter. Do they know what's coming? Maybe. Maybe. They'll certainly see what adoption looks like. They'll certainly see what views and feelings feel like. Double down on the fact that people are buying just enormous amounts of Bitcoin. We sort of touched on this, but look at this. A whale buying $145 million worth of Bitcoin. Pretty crazy. So with all of this, Standard Charter getting super crazy bullish on what's coming in the market. Shout out to Standard Charter, and they're just like, yeah, we're absolutely crazy bullish too, mate. We think the market's going to go insane. And look, I think most of us are probably in that place where we do truly believe that's going to be the case as well. There's a very interesting lawsuit coming in, or certainly an investigation. Who called this? Did anyone call this, by the way? Did anyone call this? Because this is also pretty interesting indeed. So, Jerome Powell. And we talked a little bit about this yesterday. And we talked a little bit about what could be an outcome of this, because it's kind of crazy to think about. But the US Federal Housing has put an official complaint in to investigate Jerome Powell on political bias and deceptive Senate testimony. Now, I definitely didn't have this on the cards. Now, is this one of the reasons why Trump's been like, you need to go? Is this manifested? I don't know. But look at this. The director of the U.S. Federal Housing Services and chairman of Fannie Mac and Freddie Mae, William J. Pult, issued the following statement. I'm asking Congress to investigate Chairman Jerome Powell, his political bias, and his deceptive Senate testimony, which is enough to be removed for cause. Jerome Powell's $2.5 billion building renovation scandal stinks to high heaven, and he lied when asked about the specifics before Congress. This is nothing short of malfeasance and worthy of for cause. As Senator Cynthia Loomis said, the chairman Powell, made a number of factually inaccurate statements to the committee regarding the Fed's plush private dining room and elevator skylights, water features, and roof terrace. And this is typical of the mismanagement and you don't bother me attitude Chair Powell has always shown. Chairman Powell needs to be investigated by Congress immediately. Imagine that would be. Holy shit. This, by the way, with all of this, I'm not saying specifically the fact that they could investigate Jerome Powell, but we got some, the US got a pretty pants unemployment data, but given the big Trump deal on tariffs with Vietnam and the number of other things, look at this. There is now a 23.5% chance that we see rate cuts in July. This is up 10%. It's up 21% since the previous FOMC meeting. It's going to be very interesting to see what the notes come out next week. But 23%, we could get a rate cut. Now, what's also crazy to think about in September, the double rate cut may be coming. The double rate cut. I can imagine that. September, 166 on Bitcoin, double rate cut. Boom! We got a Robert Dover's 200K Bitcoin, maybe. 72%, baby. The question now is not when, not if we're getting rate cuts. It is when we're getting rate cuts. The debate could be July with all of this stuff pulling through. So very bullish, lots of good news. Very, very much a great time to be in the cryptocurrency market for sure. Crypto President says, evening all. Nice to meet you all. What's going on, Crypto President? Welcome to the live. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. As do I, many of you others as well. ETH, let me tell you, Jerome. ETH looking super crazy right now. Bullish on ETH. Needs to hold 2,700 though. It's great news. It's still a little bit like a fart in a jacuzzi though. It needs to get moving a little bit further than where it is now. Great, it's up, but you don't know if it stinks yet. So we'll see. What's going on, Vern? Good to see you, man. Khaled's in the house. Well, welcome, buddy. Martin Ellis says, Jasmine doing dog. Yeah, everyone's forecasting it to run to 0.08. More chance of a pig flying. Remember, breathe in through your mouth, or in through your nose, out through your mouth. Take a deep breath, relax, understand where the market is. That'll make you feel better. That's my opinion. Powell, a room specifically built just for his purple tie. He takes it off after the meeting, just hangs it up. Good boy. No rate cuts, tie. No rate cuts, tie. Anyway, pretty wild if you ask me, but this is kind of crazy news. So, that is some of the charts. Let's get into a little bit more of the news, because the news is fucking mental today as well. JP Morgan's blockchain arm, BITUNIX, tests the tokenized carbon credits with the S&P Global. What the flipping heck is going on today? This is like the craziest news in the world. The initiative aims to create and track tokenized carbon credits using blockchain to enhance transparency and market liquidity, and tokenization is rapidly growing space, aiming to bring traditional financial instruments into the blockchain rails for operational efficiencies. All of a sudden, JP Morgan's like, probably need to get into this space, boys. Probably need to do something. The project's gone to press release focus on testing how tokenized carbon credits can create a tracked using blockchain infrastructure. The credits would represent greenhouse gas reduction from projects like reforestation, renewable energy, and often bought by companies aiming to offset their emissions. Get out of here, JP Morgan. They're absolute set of cretins, but still, it's pretty crazy news. JP Morgan's it's like the 4th or 5th time we've heard them talking about blockchain, so keep your eyes on this. Right, let's talk about Ripple. XRP. I don't know if many of you listen to this show or you watch any of my content. 37, I know you do because you comment on my videos, so thank you, buddy. You're one of the best. But I was talking about this all last week. I talked about it on Monday and Tuesday, and I said, just watch out. Something big is coming for Ripple. I can feel it. You look at kind of what's happening. You saw what Brad Garlinghouse was doing. You could kind of just feel like something was coming. Bash, it's here. Ripple expands stablecoin infrastructure partnership as it seeks a new banking license. They have now partnered and integrating with a open paid fiat rails. Ripple partnered with OpenPay to build stablecoin and payments infrastructure. They also right now, and this is a rumor, but I think it's interesting. And I was talking to our person on the ground that's very close to a lot of this stuff. Is Ripple about to announce a partnership with American Express? They've been working with Amex for years, but where American Express, particularly the card users, can gain access to or even spend XRP. Is that on the cards? Let me know in the comments. I think it is. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, the partnership will integrate Ripple's payment network into the OpenPayYD's fiat rails, supporting Ripple USD, which is kind of crazy. And the solution aims to simplify cross-border payments, treasury management, dollar liquidity needs for enterprises. What the is going on? And this is kind of crazy because all of those people that are like, oh, XRP's worthless, its TPS isn't good enough, it's a complete scam, it's all centralized. What do traditional finance markets like? Boring, centralized, controlled entities. And as much as that's like, well, you kind of, well, I'm not about that. I'm about decentralization, man. I just want to create wealth for everyone. Who gives a flying shit? I want to make more money than I know what to do with. And I think we're going to do that with a number of these good coins. So XRP is building out. If we get some of this very bullish news, it's going to be wild. Blazer says, heard it as well. Yeah, definitely. Just half an hour of saying hello. Lots of love up in here. What's going on, Moto? What is going on? Hold on. We've got some breaking news. Breaking news, everybody. Right, hold on to your hats because this breaking news, as always, on this channel is about to be insane. You know what? We break the the greatest news here on the 2-Bit Crypto channel. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, by the way, you are missing out. But get ready. Here we go. Bosh! Just in, Belgium's KBC Bank plans to offer Bitcoin and Ethereum trading to retail clients. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Also, do you know what's happening? Me and Vern are live on X coming soon, just about 1:30 when we finish this live stream. So get ready for that. Yeah, pretty crazy. On the back of Ripple applied for a US national bank license. I mean, how fucking insane is that? Everybody and their nan is getting into Bitcoin right now. Yes, ETF slowed, but everybody is getting into Bitcoin. That doesn't mean, by the way, that we are going to the freaking moon, right? It doesn't mean that tomorrow we are going to be the craziest and absolutely the most insane people. Because people might say, well, 2-Bit, why is the market not going up? All of this super crazy bullish news. We are seeing some, bear in mind, short-term holders could have got in at 70 odd K. Look at this wick down, 98. Look at this wick down here, back here in April, 84. People are going to be selling off. What we've seen today, though, in my opinion, is a complete shift of mentality. I don't necessarily think it's retail, but I definitely think it's pretty bullish as that comes in. Can you show the XRP chart where you think the breakout is coming? XRP 225. We are hopefully, and again, we've had this on here now for a while. We need to break this downtrend. This is what I'm looking for. We're literally on it right now. We could break this downtrend here on the weekly chart for tomorrow. It could be next week. I actually said it wouldn't surprise me if we did one more week on this XRP break, but we are very much in a interesting place right now. The debate would be if someone comes out and says, we're going to go and buy $200 million worth of XRP. Remember, I talked about this yesterday. There is some big companies now with credit lines specifically relating back to crypto assets. So again, keep your eyes peeled. There's some crazy, crazy stuff happening right now in this market of which you should be 100% bullish on. So yeah, XRP, I think, is at a critical level. I think if Bitcoin can keep moving, I think tomorrow we could see ETF inflows. Bear in mind, the macro on ETFs, we haven't actually had any outflows since like 6 weeks or something crazy like that. If we get another solid day, we could be absolutely in for a kaboomer, and fingers crossed we're going to get that. So very bullish, lots of good news. Again, altcoins still tracking behind though. We've still got a bit of a way to go with altcoins. But yeah, very much optimistic as to where this sits. Also, don't forget, there is an inflation fear, and this is why the big, beautiful bill may actually boost Bitcoin. Remember, people don't like inflation. They like hedging against it. And how do you hedge against it? You buy Bitcoin. And if you've got millions and billions of dollars and you want to hedge against potential inflations, where are you going to go? You're going to go to Bitcoin, baby. And more people are legitimizing Bitcoin. I actually saw, I think it was either Saw or I can't remember, I spoke to someone today, that more and more big wallets, big whales, big amounts of Bitcoin are being OTC'd or just held custody-wise on ETFs, and they're gaining a revenue off the back of it. The fact that ETFs or Bitcoin, sorry, the iShares iBit Bitcoin ETF generates more fees than any other ETF that the BlackRock company have launched is insane to me. So if you're going to hedge a little bit and you want to just go for a more traditional way of doing it, you're going to just dump loads of Bitcoin. That could be another reason why we're seeing lots of this Bitcoin move up. But again, this is going to be really interesting as this kind of plays through. How does this bill move and what happens on the back of it? You could see loads of people hedging against that and hedging against a potential inflationary move. I don't necessarily think inflation is going to go crazy, but it is worthwhile thinking about. Now, you also have China. I mean, come on, people. Bitcoin source Chinese company makes $1.3 billion BTC move. What? Adentax Group, right? This is a manufacturer of clothes, announced a new non-binding agreement to purchase a total of 12,000 Bitcoin, revising the 8,000 Bitcoin purchase plan around May. Potential acquisition is worth $1.3 billion at the current price. That is wild. A Chinese company coming in. And this is the point here that I'm trying to make. It is that moment, potentially. We could be on the cusp of a revolution when it comes to digital finance. And more importantly, it could be on a place where the pivot finally tips over to institutional and therefore mass adoption to digital assets. And guess what? We were all here at $15,000 when FTX collapsed. That's all I'm saying, baby. That's all I'm saying. So lots of positive news going on. So with all of that, there is no reason why we can't continue to see some positive moves. Yes, we're going to see fluctuations in the market. Yes, we're going to see a little bit of dumping and pumping and moving and shaking and all this kind of stuff. But what we do know right now is there is some crazy stuff going on in this cryptocurrency market, and it's hard not to be overwhelmingly optimistic about what's coming, especially when you start to look at some of the sort of stuff that's obvious and that's how it's playing out. You look at how traders are setting up, futures traders looking very bullish. Again, no liquidity at the bottom. Next liquidity zone, 110.057. This could absolutely signal a push furthermore up to the $110,000 mark. And then when you look at traders, and we've seen this chart before, just look how crazy it is. No one right now on the daily is looking short. On the weekly, though, there is still a bit of an imbalance, so we could absolutely see Bitcoin skyrocket a little bit more. Think about it. Bitcoin push 112, $3.51 billion worth of shorts would be liquidated. This would send the price of Bitcoin to some sort of crazy numbers. So it's exciting. It is exciting. There's lots of cool stuff going on. And like I said, we are here for it. Yeah, we're going to see some corrections. Look at that, though, on the 30-minute. That is a big old move today. The Asian markets came in. We then see a big move in the European markets. Look at this big spike when the European markets opened. A little bit of a correction into the US markets because everyone thinks the US market's going to dump. What did they do today? They bought like crazy people. So pretty bullish. Lots of good news, lots of things playing out. So, yeah, I'm excited and I'm optimistic about where this is going to go. So, everyone on TikTok, there you go. Grab yourself some coins. Don't forget, hit the follow button. Keep tapping that screen, locking in those likes. Also, for my La Familia Madrigal here on YouTube, hit the like button. Nearly 80, 85 people in here. By the way, we're back. We're growing. The channel's moving. And I want to just thank you all for really being supportive of what you do. Honestly, when you guys comment and do all that good stuff, it massively helps out the channel. So, shout out to you for sure. Big shout out to the one and only 37 as well, because you're messaging lots of my videos. So shout out to you. I really, really appreciate it, my man. I really do. As do I appreciate everybody else turning up, by the way, and chilling and hanging out with me and, you know, making things kind of happen. So again, appreciate you guys. Legendary as always. Make sure that you are dialed in. Also, by the way, which is definitely worthwhile noting, and always good to be super, super bullish on anything going on in the cryptocurrency market. Let me just mute TikTok because they get weird about this sort of stuff. BITUNIX, my new exchange partner. We got a brand new deal for you guys. Open your first trade to get either 10 to 500 bucks. Limit to first 200. Make sure that you click in the link in the description. The VIP code. This is exclusive to the 2-Bit crypto community. It is capped at 200 bucks, but you can deposit $1,000 and go and trade and grab $200 worth of free USDT bonus to go and trade on the open market. Trade over 10 million and get $1,000 for free. No KYC available all over the globe. Check out BITUNIX, my new exchange partner. They are brilliant. Go and check them out. 100% worthwhile. Bullish on BITUNIX for sure. Right. Good news. Let's bring TikTok back. So there we go. By the way, you're on mute. Sorry, JJ. I apologize. I am back. I'm coming at you like Cleopatra. I don't know why I keep saying that, by the way, but hey. Anyway, FYI, I am super bullish on the marketers. I hope you guys are, because I am for sure. Right, good news anyway. Good news. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Why have I just done that? Why have I just done that? What the hell, 2-Bit? What the hell, 2-Bit? Get your life sorted. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Good, right. PayPal Mafia, what's going on, Beebs? Good to see you. Cool Cat Cosmos is in the building. It's been a minute since I've seen you. What's going on, brother? How's BSV doing nowadays? I haven't checked it for ages. Hope you're doing well, though. Appreciate you being here. JJ, are you earning memes? JJ, come on, bro. I'm like the meme god. Holy shit. 2-Bit Crypto just joined the live stream. What the hell? That's my old PFP. If you're going to try and scam people, at least get the right PFP. By the way, people, this is the only one that is live. Don't fall for anything. I'll never message you, especially when they're called 2-Bit Crypto with an exclamation mark at the end. Get this chopper out of here. Can I ban them? Vern, I need my moderator in. 37, I need to... Oh, I've invited the scammer onto the fucking live. Imagine they come on and it's just me. It's like me from the third dimension. That would be pretty wild, wouldn't it? That would be pretty wild. Holy shit, they've actually joined it. Don't join it, you massive scamming chopper. They actually have joined. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How do you yeet these people out? They actually have joined. The person impersonating me has joined. Oh my God, I'm doing this weird thing again where I like break TikTok. Get out of here. Does anyone know how I stop them from... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Get out of here. Bosh. See you later. Don't fall for the scammers, everybody. Don't fall for them. I will never DM you or ask you for anything. I literally invited a scammer onto the live. Oh, my God. What memes am I in? So right now I hold Pepe, bullish on Pepe. Whiff, I think it's going to do very, very well. Brett, I'm into. A lot of the top end ones. I actually traded a couple of memes. I talked about this yesterday on the live stream. They did very well, actually. That couple of little cheeky plays played out very, very well. So, yeah, we are trying to build out a little alpha group. So if you want to be part of that, you can click subscribe. A couple of people in the subscription group. So we're trying to build it out, and then we're going to get there. So, yeah, if you are interested, couple of bucks. All brave. Let's go, Vern. If you want to subscribe out to my work here on the channel, so I appreciate it. But yeah, that's where I'm at with some memes. There is a couple of memes coming up as well that I think are going to be pretty cool. Definitely going to be interesting how they play out. So yeah, make sure you're following this channel. We got the alpha, baby. Ali G says, for Wags and Pepe, yeah, they're doing well, actually. That was back above, I think, like 400k earlier, I think. It's doing well. Yeah, we called that like an extra 0, I think. Dynamic, I don't want to get scammed. Yeah, me neither. All I can ever tell you guys is, unless we've already DM'd and talked about things, I will never ever send you a message ever asking you for tokens, cash, capital, nothing. I don't need to, right? Don't need to. I'd rather just come on here and be like, guys, my kids can't eat. Please, can you just... No, that's not our world, but I'll never message anyone. Trust me. So if anyone that says their name's 2-Bit Crypto and it's not me, and if you're ever in any doubt, by the way, just wait till the live stream. I live stream 6 days a week, so you guys can come on and go, hey, 2-Bit, did you just ask me for my Lambo earlier? And I'll be like, nope. Nope. Gonzalo, what's going on? Salaxi is the next billion coin layer 2 Solana. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, that project. Yeet the fakes. Justin, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. Yeet the scammer by inviting them to the stream. I literally did. They accepted as well. Hello? Hello? Aya, it's 2-Bit Crypto. This looks like 2-Bit Crypto, but from last week. Anyway, right. Let's keep an eye on what's going on in the market. Let me close some of these windows out, because boy, have I got a lot of windows open, which does not look great. Right. Let me clear that, and clear that. Good news. That's all done. Right. We're sitting with BTC 109,526. Come on, everybody. Hit the like button. 2-Bit's African brother, yeah. Hit the like button. Let's get this market pumping. Let's, are you in any SWE memes? No, but I kind of wish I was. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish I was. I have seen them. I think the SWE ecosystem is very, very interesting. I'm actually speaking with someone building out a very interesting project on SWE right now, which could be pretty crazy, actually. Could be pretty crazy. So we'll keep you posted on how that one's playing out. But yeah, I kind of feel like I wish I was. The trouble I've got though is I have to be very one-dimensional when it comes to meme coins, because I don't have the time to go and like really research stuff, get into them, unless they are going to be promoted on the channel or something. Then I can kind of look at them in a little bit more detail. But yeah, it's hard. Like, memes are hard, really. But there are some great projects on SWE that I probably should be looking at. For sure. Right, 109,500. Yeah, let's keep pumping it though. Let's keep pumping it. Let's tap that screen. Let's lock in some likes, just like Frumo. Following the live, thank you so much. I appreciate the like, as always. AAA Cat and Tardy. Oh, I think I've heard about Tardy. We can have a look at some DeFi. I haven't even got the DeFi charts up. Let's bring some DeFi up. SWE ecosystem. You use oh man, what is it? Not Moon something. I can't think what it's called now. Is it Moon? Not Moonshot. It's something else. I can't remember. I will find out in a minute. But yeah, I can't remember. Honestly, can't remember. Right. What is going on? Marbitz up a little bit. So shout out to the Familia Madrigal getting into that. Although some absolute cretin just dumped $100 fucking. Why are people such absolute choppers? Why are they such choppers? Jesus. Oh, it's an L2 bridge protocol. Here, guys, let me show you something, right? We're gonna do a little bit of educational. We're gonna do some education, right? So what you do here is, if you were ever trying to work out who's just sold, by the way, and I'm not saying that you should publicly dox them or anything like that, but this has been run through an L2 protocol, so they think we can't track the wallet it is. So what we can see here is at 2111, this wallet sold. So you come here, which you can see, look, it's funded by an L2 bridge proxy, and we're looking for 2111. Now what you can see is a lot of these going through. So we need to go back about 20 minutes. So we go back through 20 minutes, and then we find out exactly what it is. Now, don't forget, when it's running through the blockchain, particularly here in the UK, it does generally run a little bit behind, but we can go back about 20 minutes, which I think is a good thing to do. It's going to take us to the transaction. I would always recommend, by the way, that any of these with big red exclamation marks, you completely ignore. They are failed transactions, or they are where the L2 bridge protocol is trying to execute and it hasn't executed. So you can kind of forget those, really. You can kind of just be like, yeah, whatever. Don't need to worry about these specifically. I'm just going to go back to where this kind of went through if the website would actually work. Etherscan's been a disaster, really. So, yeah, so here we go. Look, so 20 minutes ago. Now, remember, we're looking for the wallet number 4BFF. You can pretty much discount any of these. We'll go back probably one more page. We're looking for 20 minutes, are we? So here we go. So we're looking for now one that has a transaction that's gone through, which would be here, look. So we can click on this transaction and have a look and see what it is. Again, I'm not saying it's anyone specific. I'm not going to say whatever it is, but you click on here and this is going to take us to this. And then what you're looking for is you're trying to see the token match. So this one was, when did this take place? This transaction took place at 8:12. We are looking for 8:11. So we need to go back just a little bit more. Again, we can run down here. So this may be the one 24 minutes ago. Let's click on this transaction. And what you can see here is that we got Marbitz running through, which is good news. So we can see that. And then we can kind of track the wallet, which is super, super easy. And you can track the wallet. And the wallet number that went through here was 7441C. And again, you can obviously then, if you want, just to go into that wallet and really see what was going on. And you can see here at the bottom how that all kind of plays through. They convert it back to USDC, which is pretty interesting, actually, because maybe there's another token that could be on the Ethereum chain that was paired with USDC. Not sure, to be honest. But again, pretty easy to kind of walk through and sort of see what they are doing, what they have been doing, etc. And you can kind of track some of this stuff through. So again, pretty easy to kind of walk through. So what looks like a 4BFF wallet, turns out it's not 4BFF. It's something else. So yeah, there we go. There we go. Interesting, if you ask me. That's how you can track wallets when they try and use an L2 bridge protocol so you can't see them. Again, you can see how this all kind of filters through. And again, making sure that you are watching it. So 87F8 is the original wallet that confirmed or that actioned this transaction. So 878F. And then if you wanted to, you could kind of run it through here and you could see all the wallets that 878F's probably sold in here as well. And you can see what's going on. So yeah, I'll leave that one to you guys. And again, what another way of just checking this, by the way, is obviously you can come in and see all of the transactions that's happened on Marbitz. So you can see kind of what they've done, where they've moved things through. So you can see kind of all this kind of jig and pokery around. You can also see if there's any other wallets that have kind of connected them. So just a little bit of a dive into the blockchain there. You can see that it is a definite community member because you can see they've been placing races, etc. as it walks through. Again, just makes life a little bit easy. Not saying people shouldn't sell. I'm just saying if you want to have a look at it, that's how you do it. Anyway, good. Right. May just be buying to the birthday present. Exactly. Maybe, Curtis. Maybe. People buy it. Any other. Just sell your tokens and move on, seller. Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, such is life. Such is life. Getting to Sui, Dex, Cetus. That was it. I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah, Cetus is... yeah, Cetus has been pretty bullish in fairness. So, yeah. Anyway... So, like I said, I don't know loads of meme coins specifically that's going out on here right now. It's all a bit quiet in DeFi, albeit there are some good coins. There was one the other day I saw was doing very, very well, but I can't think what it is now. I can't think what it is. Yeah, Kaboom was one that I chanced my arm on. Did pretty well on Kaboom, actually. Got in at like 800k market cap. I think it went to like 2.6 or something today. Had a nice little move up. So, yeah. Pretty interesting. But yeah, as it goes in the grand scheme of meme coins, you've got to be careful. That's my view. James, we've got liquidated again. Don't he long and short? Well, let's take a look at what's going on over there because let me tell you, I bet there's some pretty spicy wallets. Remember, there was a lot of people going short over there. A lot of people going short, and I think that would definitely have changed around now. So, Quack is doing good. Gonzalo, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. What is going on? Yeah, so look at this. 57% of people now are long on the market. Pretty interesting. And some big old shorts still holding on as well. It's pretty crazy. I wonder if people are like dropping in to try and go short. Daily P&L down 1 million. Man, look at this wallet here. Wow. I think we looked at this the last time we were live. This is a stinker. Yeah. Bosh. Down nearly 7 milli. They took a short on Bitcoin from 107. Ooh. Down nearly 1 million on that one. That's going to sting. That's going to sting. That ETH one's going to go pretty soon as well. So, yeah. Interesting. But yes, that's why I try and avoid most crypto communities in social media. Most of it is the same. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Crypto is a very, very fickle thing. Yeah, people need to stop giving James attention. Does my head in. The problem he's got is, I think lots of people, unfortunately, will follow him totally blindly, and then end up just getting absolutely wrecked. And I would argue right now, is I think he's full of shit. I don't even think he's doing it. I don't even think he's doing it. I think it's all noise and distraction techniques because he's enjoyed a bit of fame. I think it's all rubbish. I don't believe he's trading what he says he's trading. That's just my opinion. I think he probably did the first one, but you don't just brush $100 million loss and be like, oh, well, it's fake money, whatever. Like, you don't do that. I don't care what anyone says. You are literally not quite right if that's the case of how you feel about money. And maybe your opinion of money is so warped that you don't care, but I can't get into that world. I think he's full of crap, personally. But anyway, Tamapi, I wish community would use Discord. Could build a great community if people were active and using it properly, not just for circle joke. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. I always just find it difficult to have, like, the good thing with Telegram is you can just be in it. With Discord, I always find it just a bit clunky. But I mean, we still do have the Discord channel, obviously. We still have that. Maybe we should start building it out a little bit more. You can do some cool stuff in Discord. I know that. But yeah, just making sure we're all over it, really. Making sure we are all over it. Curtis says it was a demo trade. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me one bit, actually. Blaze got new. What the hell does that mean? I'm not sick, but I'm not well. Is that a song, Justin? Is that a song? Welcome to everybody on TikTok. Shout out to you guys. Make sure you tap in that screen, lock it in that follow button. This is the only channel you're going to need right now. We're not like all the others. We actually talk some, I'm not going to say all sense, but we do actually talk some sense. I think we do anyway. We certainly try to. If you build it back, please invite me. Yeah. Again, the thing with it, right, and this is where this is going to sound really, really shit, right? I'm sorry, I can't think of another way of putting it. It's going to sound bad. I just can't afford the time to, like, manage it. I just need people to manage the Discord for me, and then, like, I'm down for it. If people can manage the Discord for me, I'm all over it. I'm all over it. Yeah, I would be interested to do it. Cheesebab told me you are short as well. What? What? To be new business, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. Discord's quite challenging if you're brand new to the markets, but yeah, I mean, maybe we need something, maybe we don't. I don't know. Discord runs itself when you get an activity. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You know, maybe I'll have a look at it, rebuild it back. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we went a little bit OTC because we had all sorts in there, didn't we? We had like news stories and all sorts of crazy stuff in there. So maybe I'll have a look at it. Maybe I'll have a look at it. How much you paying to manage it? 3 BTC a week. Anyway, right. ETH pushed up a little bit further. Look at this. Nice little push up on ETH. Keep going. I don't have any more news, by the way. If anyone else wants to ask me any questions, if anyone's got any opinions, thoughts, views, maybe you're in a meme coin you want to talk about, we are happy to bring the charts up, take a look at it. Again, if you don't like my opinion, then I apologize. But I can definitely take a look at it. Yeah, and we'll try and take some questions. I mean, I haven't really got anything else right now. How about the try and manage TG first? No action in there. We only blame us as a community. Yeah, true. I do get the reason why TikTok. I do get the reason why Discord will be slightly different, though, because if you're not invested in Marbitz as a token, you're not going to get in the TG, are you? Whereas if you think if we were doing it as like a community, then yeah, I guess the question is how do you build back out? Build back out when you need to. That's the question, isn't it? But yeah, we'll see. Stargazer, what's going on? Welcome, Blazer. We'll do it tomorrow. I'm down for doing something tomorrow. Definitely, I'm down for doing it for sure. Fair comment. Never been a fan of TG. Discord is easier to share charts. Yeah, I think Discord definitely is good for a community, and I think TG will never be replaced. Personally, my opinion, and look, I'm not in any Discords really for any tokens or anything, but I feel like Discord is just people just want to, especially if it's like a meme coin, they just want to get in, get out. But you know, maybe we do something. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We will see. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really wanna live forever? Yeah, a little bit. Tim says in one for mining. Yeah, I think I know Crypto J is big on I think quite a lot of the cast community sits on Discords. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just getting it moving. That's the challenge in it. But yeah. I'll start. What do you use to trade Sui coins like AVAX? Is Trader Joe? Cetus. Yeah, someone just literally posted it on there. So Cetus is what you use for Sui, I believe, which is like a launch pad. It is the place that got hacked though, but remember it wasn't actually Cetus that got hacked. It was like the smart contract of it. But yeah, so here it is. So this is where you can kind of come over and trade all your favorite coins and all the rest of it. Pretty much like anything else you use, Dupe or Radium. But yeah, this is it. So you can see that Sui, connect your wallet. The difference is, although you could do it with Phantom Wallet now, right? Yeah, so Phantom Wallet does it. BitGet Wallet does it. Sui MetaMask Snap, don't know about that. But yeah, Phantom Wallet you can use now for Sui. So yeah. So Cetus, if that helps. There you go. Answering the questions like a massive legend. Yeah, so he's integrated into Phantom. Yeah, nice. It's good, isn't it? I heard Ripple apply for a banking license. Yeah, a US banking license as well. Pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. The only thing with the Sui ecosystem, by the way, is I don't know anything over there. I'm super newbie on there. Super, super newbie. By the way, we're nearly at 10,000 likes on TikTok, so if everyone can just tap the like button, I'd appreciate it, you guys. I appreciate it. For sure. But yeah, the XRP banking license would be pretty wild if you ask me. Pretty wild. Don't forget, Vern and I will be live on X, as well as I'm going to try and come back live on TikTok as well in like 10:30 or something like that UK time. So I will be in the TikTok live on here, and then I'm going to be trying to be in the hashing it out space as well. And we'll try and do the both. I'll try and play the hashing it out space out so that TikTok can hear it, and then you can kind of hear the interaction. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't get weird, but we'll see. We'll see. You can use slush for Sui as well. There you go. Cheese nose. Cheese nose. Say or Sui. Look, lots of people have gone bullish on Say. Definitely. We have it right down here, though. This had a big move before. I think we were talking about this last week, maybe. So, yeah, this had a big old move. I mean, it's still down from all-time highs, as are most of them, by the way. But, yeah. I mean, look at Bonk, 11%, man. Some altcoins have really moved today. Overall, the global markups, look at that, though. Still way below where we need to get. Way below. So, yeah, still bullish. Nice move. Fingers crossed it continues. I'll be there. I'll share the stream. Blazer, thank you so much. You hero. You hero. Bam, 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 bam. 2-bit, what does the cubic chart look like? Not a meme. Cubic. Is it on here then? QUBIC. Cubic versus USDT on gate.io. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What is it telling us? Man, what is that telling us? Not a great deal, Tim. I mean, it doesn't look super cool. I don't know anything. I literally have no idea about this. I feel like I have heard about it though, but I mean, it's going to all depend on where you got into it, isn't it? It's all going to depend on where you're going to get into it, but it doesn't look great. However, I'd argue that probably Zebek is the same. I mean, it's ranging, isn't it? It's ranging in terms of that. So you could take like the upper. Well, you're probably going to be more like here, aren't you, as the real upper range, for example. You could argue it's trading within a range between what? No, is that the right one, by the way, Tim? Trading with, it's quite a big range, but it looks like a very meme coin. So 5 zeros, 1 3. So you're trading between 5 zeros, 1 2 and 5 zeros, 1 6. You know, you'd maybe take it a little bit higher. Lower range, if it breaks, it's lower. Did wick off that. It is quite a way down though. So again, I don't know any fundamentals that sit behind it, but I mean, if it's going to move and shoot, then maybe 10K. Let's go 37. Absolute legend. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate it. It's a big owl pass. Oh dear. That's why I like you, Justin. I'm already in Sweet Homes in Raoul Paul's biggest bag. Nice. I don't know what Cubic is. I have no idea, by the way. Absolutely no clue whatsoever. Yes, Say networks have been considered for Wyoming stablecoins. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? Pretty crazy. I won't be there to share. Oh, cheers, Curtis. Appreciate that. What's your prediction for ETH, May, over the next few months? Man, I think ETH could run to a new all-time high, 8 to 10K. I think XRP 8 to 10 bucks, ETH 8 to 10K. Some people are calling 20K on Ethereum, which would be pretty wild. I think Ethereum depends on what you see in terms of institutional buying. That's going to be the big thing. But lots of shit's built on Ethereum. I talked about this yesterday. Ondo Finance built over there. Chainlink built over there. You've got loads of DeFi built on the Ethereum chain. And when institutions are allowed to buy into DeFi, things like Hyper, what's the other one that they've all been buying? Move, I think it is. Yeah, Ethereum's going to be insane. DeFi will push Ethereum to mega heights. They will push mega heights, in my opinion, by the way. In my opinion. So, yeah, that's why I'm bullish on ETH. XRP to 100 million, billion, trillion. Oh, dear me. A couple of memes on Say have done well. Nice. Yeah, there's a couple. ETH to 18K. Gonzalo is super bullish on ETH. I love it. Mega heights this year, pal. I think so. Yeah, I think ETH will do well. All depends on whether where you believe the top of the market's going to come in. Some people say October. Some people say we're going to a 5-year cycle and it'll be next year. I mean, hard to say, really. It's all going to depend on institutional investment and retail when they eventually come to the market. But yeah, certainly people are very bullish. And I think ETH has had a bit of a rough ride, but I think you can see the power of it. You know, moving 8%. It's like meme coin kind of era. So, you know anything about XCN? If so, what are your thoughts? We've talked about XCN before, actually. Quite a few people are in this in the community. XCN is, where is it? I have it on here. There it is. XCN, it's up 4.5. I mean, on the on the daily candles, it's actually not performing too bad. It's down in terms of where it's been, but they had a nice run up to what? 4 cents, 9. It's wicked down a little bit, but consolidating, maybe looking for a breakout. It's up 4.5 today. I don't know too much about the full ecosystem. I do know people are pretty bullish on it, though. I think you've got XCN, Zebek, XLM are all kind of that same narrative. Algo, HBAR. I think you either get into 1, maybe 2, depending on what your capital resource is like. But yeah, I mean, look, XCN's had a couple of good runs. It's consolidating, so where would I get to with XCN? I'd wait and see if I was thinking about aping into it, because it's not really done anything now since, I mean, the last big spike up was early May, so, you know, maybe just sit tight on it, but we'll see. We'll see. How is Wolfpack doing? Wolfpack, is that, I'm assuming is that some sort of meme? Or do you mean like Saitama or something? Do you mean like Saitama? Yeah, can we get to 15,000 likes? How long have we got left? About 5 minutes. I want to be out on time tonight. Don't forget we're back lives again in literally 30 minutes. So yeah, I've been saying this for a long time, but the time frame we're almost very true. Struggling, Tim, but people are hopeful. Tom has something. Oh right, Saitama Wolfpack SWP. I think is that still what it is? Yeah, SWP. There we go. Where's it at? 241k market cap. Yeah, there it is. 1,300k in volume. And that was a sell by the looks of it. That was a sell. Always a challenge. Always a challenge. Down about 4.5%. So, yeah, that's where that mother trucker sits. That's where that mother trucker sits. Big pumps imminent. Almost being his catchphrase for the last few months. Who's that? Curtis has been saying for the entire banana zone for so long. I've seen his shoes. Who's that you're talking about? Crypto Banter, is it? I watched one of his lives the other day, actually. They mine XMR. Nice. Crypto Princess in the house. What's going on? Crypto Princess. I did listen to your message earlier. I just need to have a look. I need to have a look what's in my diary. My like 9 to 5 boring job diary. I will say at the minute, maybe. That's about as good as I can give you at the minute. I need to just check. I'm off normal job tomorrow. Friday I'm back in, so I'll let you know then. But maybe. Can you ever pick at Quack before the end of the stream? Quack, of course I can, Gonzalo. For you, mate? Of course I can. QUACK. Which one is it, though? Is it this top one? Man, 13.9 million. Holy crap. Is it this one? Is this one, isn't it? No. I mean, it's up to... No, this can't be it. Is it this one? Which one is it? No. QUAKK. Sorry. This one. 455k market cap. Is it this one on Sol? Yeah. Yeah. In fairness, you know, shout out to them. 2.6k in volume. It's up. You know what they say? Up is up. Oh my gosh, 2bit Crypto, the scammer guy's back. Invite .2bit Crypto UK to join. Why the hell would he be in there? Don't listen to anybody. I will not DM you anybody here on TikTok. I think I might end up... Am I going to invite this guy again? Oh, I've invited... Oh my God, I just banned them. I don't understand. I've just invited them to the live again. I'll tell them off if they come live. I'll tell them off. Yeah, Andy Babby, what's going on, pal? Or Andy Baby, welcome. Holmes has nothing to do with clinging to words. It's what he's saying, very misleading, just like the data he uses. Simply a businessman. I mean, that's true. Can we have a picture of the scammer you invited to the stream? Maybe. Marcus, drop in the follow. Thank you, my man. Bosh. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it. I appreciate that. I mean, I'll try and take a picture, but then they're not welcome. The other one, I can't believe, actually accepted to come up on the live. Oh, dear me. Absolutely insane. So, yeah. Anyway, keep tapping that screen. Keep locking it in. Remember, we're here every single day, except Saturday, bringing you the latest and greatest cryptocurrency news, reviews, and everything else in between. The only channel you need to be dialed in to make sure you are maximizing your portfolio potential this bull market cycle. So, as always, do tap that screen, hit the follow button. Likewise, hit the subscribe button. Do all of that good stuff because you know it makes sense. And don't forget, come and join us live on X in half an hour talking all things cryptocurrency. What is your plan long term? Stack Bitcoin forever or take profits into property, etc.? Tell you what, that is a fucking phenomenal question. I personally will stack Bitcoin and some very top tier altcoins. And then I don't really know, to be honest. I do set money aside for my kids. I have 3 kids. So every month I put Bitcoin, a couple of other altcoins away. So, you know, I guess at the minute, see where we get to. Maybe the problem you'll always have, and the thing that always makes me just not really think about that is you'd have to make, bear in mind, I live in the UK, capital gains tax can be anything between 20 and 32%. They look like they're going to even increase it. So let's say you go make 5 million in this bull market, you're going to lose 2 million straight away. So, you know, this market's a bit wild to think about, but I think longer term, I'd love to be in a world where even just having Bitcoin that's earning, say, 5% yield, that then you just go and spend the yield. That's where I want to get to, but yeah. How do you pay crypto tax? You need to understand what you're paying in, what you're paying out, profits and losses, and make sure that you're balancing. There's loads of programs you can use. Track everything on a spreadsheet. That's my advice. Everything on a spreadsheet. And that way you can make sure that you're paying what you should be paying and make sure that you're equally offsetting any losses that you attribute into this market. You can even things like transactional fees, albeit they're not a lot, but even things like running the computer and all the rest of it. You can really work it through, but yeah. My plan is just stack Bitcoin. Look, Bitcoin will hit $1 million at some point for one Bitcoin. Of course it will. So it's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. The only thing that I've always said, and I stand by this, I'm going to sell everything at the end of this bull market, go into stablecoin. However, I'll keep in the cryptocurrency ecosystem and then come back in the Can I go to a tax-free country and cash out? I mean, you technically can, I think, but you'd have to live there for a certain period of time. I don't know what that looks like, by the way, but I think there would be an expectation that you do it. Equally, you can always start your own company and run it through the company, which you pay 12% on corporate tax, I think. But yeah, I'm probably going to do, I actually have a thumbnail already set to do a full exit plan, which will kind of run through some scenarios, which will be like, how do you exit the market, i.e. go back into fiat? How do you exit the market and keep it stablecoin? I'm going to kind of run through some of those ideas, so we'll see. We'll see. Johnny, what's going on? It's not going to $1 million. You are naive if you believe that not to be the case. At $100, would anyone have said it's gone to 100,000? Bearing in mind, you know, that's a 100x improvement. Just saying. Just saying. It's only a 10x from where we are right now. Let's move to Dubai. I mean, maybe. In crypto, sometimes it pays off to be a sheep and follow the crowd alongside. You get, yeah, maybe. Look, the reality is you either dedicate everything to it, or you have to take advice, or you have to take views from other people. That's just how life works, isn't it? Are crypto groups real? What do you mean? I can't see Bitcoin going down too much in the end of the market. Yeah, I mean, that's true. It depends. If you've got institutional investors that want to dump it, let's say BlackRock starts dumping $1 billion a day, that's going to be painful. They're not a scam, but you are being scammed, is what I would say. That's my opinion of them, by the way. So I've never been in a call group in my life. I've never been in a part of a Telegram page. I don't believe you should do that. And I'll tell you how that normally works. What they do is they get in, they'll call it in their channel. Everyone buys in, they sell on the top, they take their money, and then everyone's a race to the bottom. And then they go, oh, well, it's the market. Now, what I would say is that some people do it okay. I actually do have a subscription service on TikTok. It's very, very new. And all I will ever do is where I have an inside view of something, I'll probably post it in there, but that's about as good as it gets. So yeah, I don't necessarily think they're great, personally. I don't necessarily think being scammed, but it's a race to see who sells, and absolutely believe those people that are calling that are already in that token before you are. I can tell you that as a matter of fact. Best call wallet. I have a Ledger. It's pretty good. Lots of people say Tangem's great. So yeah, work it out. Anyway, people, that does bring us to the end of this live stream. As always, don't forget we are live 4 p.m. Eastern every single day. That's 9 p.m. here in the UK. We will be back live, though, in about 30 minutes. Set your alarm clock. I'm going to try and come back on TikTok and do another little kind of hour. Also, we're going to be live on X, which is going to be super, super bullish. So come and join us. Trust Wallet is not a cold storage wallet, though. That is a hot wallet that is open to compromise. Let's put it that way. So join us on X. We've got a full live space. Vern and I will be talking about the markets, getting into it. And as well, if you want to come and join us, do go and follow me over there at @crypto_YT. That's going to bring you to my page and I'll be live. Also, I'm going to be back here, hopefully, 35 minutes. So come and join us. It's going to be epic as always. Thank you so much for tuning into the markets. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back as in YouTube tomorrow, half an hour over on X. Come and join us. It's going to be epic. Thanks, everybody. Catch you soon. Thank you.